So we got another question here in the chat from Veronica asking. I think she's referring to the whole COVID thing, and she's wondering if there's a better time to apply. So since you're still active on ships right now,
Mhm.
do you have any insight on this?
If it was my guess, this is probably going to be the best time ever to apply because there's going to be so many people that if you're willing to go work on a cruise ship for that risk of being exposed to the virus, this got to be the best time ever to get a job because there's
Sure.
going to be so many people not going to work because they're too scared. I read in the
Yeah.
paper that 1 out of 4 people, and maybe I saw it on Facebook, I don't know, but this article I saw was like one out of every 4 employees in small businesses are refusing to go to work right now because they're worried about getting COVID. So you can only imagine if it was an international cruise ship, how many people are not going to want to show up because it's uh,
Yeah.
such an isolated place that it would be perceived that your chances of getting the virus are way higher. So there's going to be a lot of openings, I'm guessing, and a lot of people have switched to getting different jobs, so they're in a different place in life. So those are all going to be opportunities as well.
Yeah. No, that's a really good point. That even with the dwindled amount of people, let's call it, I don't know, 80% of what crew used to be, who are now, they've been waiting around for like 6, 7, 8, 10 months or whatever. Now they're ready. Okay, cool. It's not going to be as many people as they're used to because I believe that there's going to be a lot of
No.
people that they got to go find jobs somewhere. They got to make money.
Yeah.
And then by the time they
Mhm.
get that job and maybe they're comfortable, and so they're not going to hop
Yeah.
back on ships because they found a job already. So whatever that number is, then they go. But there's still going to be a certain amount of those people, like you're saying, that are worried about catching COVID.
Right. Yeah.
But from a personal perspective for you, do you, when they finally open back up again, if they were to open back up in like November or something like that,
Mhm.
are you hopping back on?
Yeah, I probably will. Just because I think it's one of those things that if you are smart about it, you probably can stop it
Sure,
from entering your body to some degree.
sure.
And you got to remember the cruise ships are going to be held to this new standard that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Um,
their standards are already pretty high as it is.
yeah, it's nuts, man. I feel bad for those people, those deep cleans. They got to work till like 3 in the morning cleaning like every night. Kind of, it's nuts. But
Yeah,
so the new requirements are going to be nuts. I think it's going to be like a freaking hospital in there. Like everyone's going to be wearing masks. But when they open it, I don't think they're going to have a shortage of people willing to go on there.
mm-hmm. You
I
mean in
think
terms of
I think
cruises
Americans are going to
or
be lining up like, get
oh
me
yeah,
on that fucking beach and
yeah.
get me a mudslide.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they're so. Like, this is why we enacted quarantine number 2, quarantine with a vengeance, because people were they were just so eager to get back out there
Yeah.
that they just went out there and just oh, everything's fine now, and then that's what happened. So
Yeah, like when we get back on the ships, I think it's not going to be the most fun for crew like it used to be for a
sure.
period of time. I think like things like ocean view will be cut off to,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be down in the mess all the time and things like that. So that'll be, we probably won't be allowed in places like the gym. So there's not that risk of transmission through perspiration and all that stuff like that.
Right. The heavy
But
breathing and
at
all
the end
that.
of the day, like it's still a good gig.
Oh,
They'll
for
they'll
sure.
do something like the seats have to be X amount of feet away from the performer, and then you know what? Maybe you'll get extra lucky, and then they'll say you can't go ask for requests, and some like random senile guy who asks to hear like Bob Seger 5 times a night won't drive you crazy.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point, and I think that would be a great thing if guests couldn't walk up to you in your face and ask you for,
Yeah,
Freebird. So
there was yeah, and every cruise there's someone who makes the Freebird joke. So, which is always kind of nice because they identify themselves right out the gate of the person you probably don't want to go hang out with.
yeah,
Like, what original? But one of the last cruises I had on board, this woman. You know how I've always got a hat on and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
I'm up there singing, and this drunk couple comes up, and they start taking pictures of me that they're like hanging off me, and they take my hat off and put it
Ooh.
on their head.
No.
And while I'm singing, and I'm just like, you know, the cartoons with the smoke coming out of their ears.
Uh-huh.
Get the fuck me.
Your face is just beat red at that point, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
This is the contract that I get kicked off on. This is the one.
Yeah. No, it wasn't so bad, I guess, but it made me remember how rude people can really be.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
like we're a friggin' mascot or something to just, you know.
That's how they kind of see you,
cruise
though.
ships are pretty, like, people are in a pretty good mood, though.
Mm-hmm.